Hello, we are Sability, and we want to first thank you for joining us for our presentation from Ultimate Software's 2017 Customer Connections event. We will be focusing today on maximizing your ROI and tapping into the full power of UltiPro. But first, we want to share with you a little about us. Sability has been partnering with Ultimate Software for over 10 years. Since partnering in 2006, we have performed over 1,000 projects with Ultimate customers, supporting their internal resources and helping them achieve their HCM goals. Our consultants are experienced, and we love what we do. Jill Carroll, and I am our Director of UltiPro Services, as well as our team lead for our HR payroll core system. Some of our other experts include Erica Larson-Carter, who is our UTM team lead, Tricia Thompson, our talent team lead, and Jason Whitmer, our UTA team lead. We believe in using an integrated systems whenever possible, and you've just met the teams of experts and all of our Ultimate software modules. Again, we cover UltiPro Core in every aspect, including HR, ACA, payroll, benefits, and reporting, all aspects of UTA, UTM, talent management, along with talent acquisition. We serve the complete life cycle of a project. We help our customers across all realms of their business needs, before the project starts, during an implementation, and after they are already live, whether it's pain points, staff augmentation, or just client-side assistance. We are here to service you. So let's jump in and see how we can help you maximize your return on investment. We all know there's go live, the day you finally get to turn on your new HCM system. And fortunately, we all know that many projects stop there because getting to go live almost killed you. So what comes next? We like to call it go live, where the best features of your system are often pushed out of phase one, so that you can focus on those key elements of the HR benefit payroll system. We often lose sight of the reasons we actually brought the software, which are those little things that we knew you would love. So let's start thinking about some of those items as we go through this presentation. When I started putting this together, it really made me think about fourth quarter and Christmas and how crazy our fourth quarters can be. Not only are we trying to get projects live and get through our budgets and ACA and W-2s, but we also are trying to get through the holidays and Christmas. So how often do we spend all of those months up until Christmas Day, our go live date, investing all of our time and investing all of our money over those months to make it to Christmas Day where everything is perfect? We use our lunch break to make sure we can get to Toys R Us and find that perfect toy. We're online constantly on Amazon Prime searching for the best deal and trying to get our package in and wrapped and everything before Christmas Eve so that everything is there on Christmas Day. So that's when the love comes in. Once we can finally sit back on that day and watch all of our family and friends open their gifts and the dinner is not burnt or dropped on the rug and everything is perfectly in place, and we got past that live December 25th date and we finally get to see everything that we've been putting all of our time and energy for the last few months. Isn't our implementations very much that same way? Working for many months and sometimes even a year to get the system just right, so that we can go live and make sure our employees are paid correctly. And sometimes that's investing not only time, but money. And part of that money is investing in additional modules that we know that HR is going to love and benefits is going to love and our recruiters are going to love. Yet we often have to push some of those things on the back burner or phase 2, yet we're paying for those different things that we're not getting to use yet. So in the name of love, let's not stop there. Let's go and explore these features and see how we can save money and get to enjoy these products. So just like our shopping extravaganza for Christmas, how often do we look at these products that we're paying for but we're not using? It's no different than that perfect Christmas toy that was opened on Christmas Day, yet now today it's January and that toy is sitting in the corner not being paid, but the credit card bill is coming in and we're still having to pay for it. Isn't these modules very much the same way? We've purchased them, we're paying for them, yet we're not yet using them. Some of those are going to be the dashboards across all the modules. It's self-service. It's open enrollment and life events. It's tracking PTO online versus on paper. It's using reporting to get out all the data in which we've put in. It's the talent modules. It's our onboarding and recruiting. And how many of us are still using paper and Excel spreadsheets to do our compensation plans and performance reviews? And then there's our time modules. How many paper timesheets are still being documented each week and waiting for physical sign-off? How many emails are being sent to remind people to get their timesheets in, or for our supervisors to approve them? It's time to stop letting your money walk out the door and putting it to good use and playing with that new toy sitting in the corner that you're still paying for today. One of the key ways in order to do this is to look at some of the tools and dashboards over the next few slides. This is going to improve employee and user communication and save us lots of time. It allows for UltiPro to be a one-stop shop for forms, notifications. It can act as your intranet and definitely be a document repository. It allows you to engage and empower your users. It allows you to put the ownership back on them. It allows payroll to actually have a life too and be able to take vacation by letting the system work for you. The other plus is it allows you to breeze through your audits. It has audit trails and reporting. It helps cut down on sending forms, emails, and calls. Let's look at employee self-service. This one is one of the main ones that we see pushed out of phase 1 and moved on to later phases, but is usually one of the main reasons you bought the system. However, most companies feel like during their implementation that they don't have time to adequately train their employees and their managers on self-service before rolling out payroll. They have a fear of overwhelming them with too many new tasks and features. And they want the users to have time to get familiar with the product and get comfortable before introducing to the new functionality to them. You can save time and eliminate paper by moving forward with rolling out your employee self-service. You get to choose exactly what your employees can view, add, or change. You can automate workflows and get rid of all those papers. You can determine who should be a part of those workflows, whether it's someone who should be approving it or someone who just should get a notification. And what more is it's mobile ready. Yes, mobile ready, meaning all of it can be done right from a mobile device. And here's the thing. How many of you have managed open enrollment on the web but haven't conquered self-service? Or vice versa, have you turned on self-service and not utilized open enrollment? Did you know if you've done one or the other, that you really already kind of conquered both? Employees accessing the system, even so much as looking at their paycheck stub, has truly already engaged in what we call employee self-service. Part of employee self-service allows you to have dashboards. We often go into projects and see where people use either the smart dashboard or the home page, but they don't usually use both. However, the gadgets and quick links make it so easy for an employee to come in, as you can see in this upper right-hand corner, and easily access things that they would normally have to navigate for. All of these different gadgets can be moved around specifically for the employee, and it gives them a one-stop shop right there on their screen of everything they need to know and see. This is not meant to replace the home page, as the home page can be used for additional communications. Here to the left is the manager's smart dashboard. As you can see, their to-do items may be a little different, as well as managing PTO requests and easily accessing their employees' information. Can you imagine the hours saved viewing pay and benefit information online, W-2s being available and printed right with the touch of a button, and all of the staff reports that are available right with the click? For the home page, the options are endless. This is your portal to all of your information as an employee, from the first day on the job to the day your career ends, whether it be through retirement or moving on to bigger and better things. The best part of it is it's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All you need is an internet connection. I know we all have a love-hate relationship with technology, but we want to help you love it. We're a gadget-driven world. Have you played with the gadgets on the home page? The flashing words, the start and stop dates on messages, hyperlinks, pictures, emails, and other links? You can do so much on this page. You can have messages blinking. It's time for open enrollment. And then you can have those set to expire the day open enrollment ends, and then have a new message effective dated ready to begin without having to do anything. You can create them all in advance. You can access Google Clip Art and make the page as interactive as you would like. As an employee homepage or dashboard that one of our prior clients have allowed us to use. As you can see here at the top, the name on this one is Thrive. This is not the name of the company. This is what they have chose to name the software. Prior to this, we had them also calling the software Spark and utilized it and referenced it whenever they referenced the UltiPro products. It was a wonderful way to interact with the team and get them used to using the system. We've had many clients to go out and actually have contests on how to name the software and challenging the employees to submit what they think the software should be called. And we've heard so many different brilliant ones. As I said, we heard of Spark and Thrive. We've heard Pay to the Max, or Time Stopper, or so many other different ones that people have come up with acronyms and different things for naming their software. So get your employees engaged. Do a contest. Give the gift card to the first two employees that had the two best names for naming the software. It's a wonderful way to get them involved in it. Another way to get them used to going in there is maybe do a scavenger hunt of the system, such as how many clicks does it take to look at your paycheck history, and what is the navigation to go and view your PTO balances? What is the screen you go to add a new beneficiary? All of those different things are ways that you could put together the scavenger hunt to get them navigating and used to the system. Use images, documents, links, widgets, scrolling marquees, anything you can to communicate important messages to your employees to make it eye-catching and keeping it fresh. This is a manager homepage. As you can see, some of the information is even different. You can give different quick links and notifications. All of the home pages can be customizable for each component company and each function and/or role. There's time management dashboards, talent dashboards, so much that you can do. You can have a different dashboard for your managers, for your employees, for your benefits administrators, for your payroll administrators, for your talent administrators. The options are endless. There's also the My Company page. Here you can see where you can load all kind of documents. You can have your I-9 forms loaded, acknowledgement forms. No more bulletin boards for internal job opportunities. You can post them right inside the portal. This provides open job information to employees and encourages them to promote from within. Save on all those advertisement costs and expenses with new hires, no ads or relocation costs. Promoting from within encourages your employees. It keeps them actively out here looking to see what's new and what's available. Our next topic will be on business intelligence reporting, also known as BI reporting. How much time did you spend during data conversion, getting all of your data into the system, validating, making sure it was all clean? And now you're tracking all of that information in the system. But do you know how to get out what you put into it? This is one of the key things we see when we go to a client site and do an implementation, is they spend all of this time and bought the system for all the great reporting, but don't necessarily know how to get the reports out of the system. The Event Studio, for example, creates alerts that may not be part of a normal workflow. Know when an employee is being hired or transferred, or even terminates or changes jobs. These reports can be sent automatically to specific people who need to be aware of this sort of information. It can auto-submit these reports and have them stored in certain folders when certain events happen. You can create burst reports. When you have new hires that come aboard and it's the weekend, or you're on PTO and you're like, oh, please don't let this person start while I'm on vacation. There's so many things to get out to them and I want to enjoy my time away. Well, now you can create those burst reports to automatically happen. So when someone is hired, you can send them the welcome letter from home. You can have it automatically generate and send them a note welcoming them, letting them know you're glad you're there, letting them know about benefits and any other information that they need on the first day when they report, when and where they should attend training. You can use it for other things, such as going out to your managers when it's almost time for the review process, so they are prepared and they're ready. You can schedule all of your BI reports to run, and you get to be the manager of what frequency, what format, and who should receive those reports. There's also BI dashboards. Here you can see an example of a single, straightforward dashboard. These dashboards are interactive. They have drill down capability. They have live data, meaning they are constantly searching for new and updated data in the system so that it's live in real time and you can interact with it. Here is an example of a multi-level dashboard where we drill down into our turnover rate and the data gets progressively more granular with each level. No more running multiple reports to Excel or merging data or doing VLOOKUPs and then pie charts and pivot tables and bar graphs all in Excel and then trying to get them all merged and print them out. Utilize your BI dashboards so it's right there at your fingertips. Here's a testimony from a client that we went on site and did a BI workshop for. Immediately following the workshop, we received the quote that you can see here. From the first hour when our data dictionary was revealed to us to the last hour when we were discussing improvements to dashboards built, this workshop was a win for my team, and I will return exponentially on our time investment. Again, this was from a workshop from a client that we've had for quite some time who'd been using the UltiPro product for many years, but had not been able to get all of the data out that they needed and get it in a dashboard type format where it was easily accessible. You can see here there's an example of a dashboard that they actually created and built to analyze key data points with their talent management data. They created this themselves just a few short weeks after coming on site and doing that workshop for them. So what's stopping you from taking advantage of some of these BI reporting tips that we've outlined for you? Get the most out of your data. Schedule a workshop with us. Join the BI community. Ulti does so many BI knowledge hours that you can take advantage of. And through the Customer Success Portal and Learning Paths, they offer so many different options for quick tours and tips and videos and webcasts and step-by-step processes in order to go in there and extract your data in a format that you need using business intelligence reporting. Next, we'll explore other aspects of human capital management. Are you taking advantage of integrated time-off workflows? Are you still doing PTO on paper and tracking it in Excel spreadsheets? Did you know that this table of PTO balances can easily be audited with a multitude of reports, providing you real-time balance information? The reconciliation can be done for you. It automates payouts and carryovers for PTO balances, where you don't have to go to that spreadsheet when somebody terminates and see what their payout should be and then try to get that information to payroll. The system can do it for you. At year end, if only a portion of time should be carried over or no hours at all, the system too can handle that. It can automate accruals. It interacts immediately with the time products of UTA and UTL so that those real-time balances can be maintained. It also has import functionality. Do you front load your PTO balances? If so, those balances can easily be assigned and imported to your employees for that 1/1 live date of new balances each and every year. Not only that, but some states now require the ability to see balances on the check stub. Do you know what your state requirements are, and are you compliant? Some of you that have been on Ulti for quite some time may not have heard of platform configuration, or you've heard of it, but may not have utilized it. Many of you who have recently implemented have likely heard of it, but may not have had the ability to get to use it. Platform configurability has a lot of flexibility. It allows us to change labels to fit our company lingo. Do you call your employees something besides employee? Maybe associate, colleague, or even teammate. Using platform configuration allows you to change that field or label throughout the entire system so that employee delivered label is not what is seen by your associates or colleagues. You can create new business rules. You can add new fields and wizards and new configurable pages. Did you ever need a field that you've used all your UDFs, or the UDFs were not available for the particular page in which you needed? Platform config can allow you to add those new fields right where you need them. What about on the new hire wizard? Are there additional things that you would like to track? Platform configuration can allow you to do that. You can control whether fields are required or optional. You can also create calculations in fields, for example, pay rate times the value in a field. And what's more is using the value rule engine, you can keep data clean by defaulting information based on other information keyed in. It cuts down on any data entry and it makes it more accurate. For example, if we hire an employee in a certain component company, and maybe we say, or if they're in this company in this job code, then we should auto-assign them to this department in this location. Those are just the many things, a few of the many things that you can do with the value rule engine utilizing platform configuration. Open enrollment. One of the biggest things that we say is to plan early. Utilize those dashboards and home pages that we looked at earlier to handle all of your messaging and system-generated emails. Determine if interfaces are going to be needed. Utilize your test environment. Set up test sessions. Log in as each employee type and make sure the options that they should see are accurate. Use the Open Enrollment Toolkit that Ultimate Software provides. Make sure that all of these functions work early. You can start as early as you want. You just may not be able to open sessions yet unless you're in your test environment. The Open Enrollment within Ultimate Software is really easy to use, and it's also very intuitive. Again, if you've already introduced some aspects of employee self-service, then you've already taken that first step to interact your employees with Open Enrollment. Again, plan ahead, plan early. Reach out to your vendors. Decide the timing of Open Enrollment. Allow 1 to 2 weeks before Open Enrollment to audit and send out interface files to your vendors. And life events. Life events in Open Enrollment share messaging and business rules. They allow you to standardize your practices. The tips and tricks for life events in Open Enrollment are endless. Stop using so much paper. Get away from it for things like adding a dependent or that new job or changing your name. All of these life events can be managed right in the system. Workflow approvals can be attached to them. Put the responsibility back on your employees and empower them to manage these life events. And most of all, make the time to follow best practice. Before moving to some of the other modules, a few other ways to prevent escalations and save time are each month at a minimum, be sure to review ACA. Keep it up to date. That way you don't get overwhelmed later at the end of the year trying to clean up information and make sure everything is tracked in order to get your ACA reporting complete. Run tax recon. Trying to correct tax errors that happened in a prior quarter can cause a lot of time and a lot of headache when you're having to do it later. So stay ahead of it. Reduce your risk. And last but not least, make sure you're balancing your payroll. A lot of companies don't understand how to get their reports out of there to balance their payroll. Once that final checkbox is done and everything is sent to the GL, they assume their payroll is complete and they never actually go in and balance it. That's just another way to go in and take advantage of the reporting and BI reports that are available to you today. Have your payroll balance reports get submitted to you automatically with BI as soon as your payroll is complete, and then all you have to do is compare those reports and make sure that everything is checked and balanced. Now let's jump into talent acquisition and talent management. As I said earlier, there is also a talent dashboard. As you can see, each of the tabs here are different than what we saw earlier, as we've now accessed the talent management side instead of the company homepage. Recruiting. How to find that perfect candidate. Leveraging an applicant tracking system allows recruiters to have a larger database from which to draw from. This could mean paying for fewer postings on paid sites, which reduces costs tremendously. Linking jobs out to social media broadens the recruiter's reach. It gives them a larger pool of candidates. They can also use mobile optimization, where recruiters and hiring managers and job seekers alike can source and search on the go, wherever and whenever they need to. This can help by making better use of everyone's time. It helps recruiters identify and contact potential applicants more quickly, keeping potential job seekers from looking elsewhere. Use all of these tools for assessing applicants, where you can source more qualified people, leading to better hires who ramp up faster and usually stay longer. Gaining efficiencies. Isn't that what every HR person wants, especially when it comes to onboarding? Speeding up this process is always going to be money saved. Using electronic onboarding tools shortens the time it takes to complete the new hire paperwork. You can stop sending all of those mailings out and focus on letting the system work for you. Automate the time it also takes for new hires to spend filling out and signing miscellaneous forms when they can be right there online. This reduction in waste allows new employees to get started to work much faster. Some of our other integrated talent management tools include succession, performance, and compensation. Succession can help those leaders, our leaders in our company, see the bigger picture, understand resourcing and expenses needed for key jobs that may be open. Use performance to track employee performance online. Stop doing the papers and tracking down supervisors and making sure they get everything done and signed in time before the performance deadline is in place. It makes sure all policies are applied consistently and also allows mobile tools for efficiency. Performance ratings will integrate directly with your comp management plans. Ultimate Software offers two different pieces of compensation management, including salary planning and compensation planning. Both leverage BI reporting for the comp statements, reduce time spent working on spreadsheets. Automating that process can make the entire compensation process for bonuses and merit increases to go by so much quicker and efficiently, and they integrate right into payroll. So once everything has been updated, edited, and approved, the compensation compensation administrator can easily click one button once all things are complete and send it directly to payroll. So no more getting the payroll deadline rush of trying to get all of the spreadsheets in and then payroll having to key them. It also reduces data entry time and human error. Time and attendance or time management. Ultimate's time products integrate seamlessly with UltiPro. There are notifications within the systems allowing administrators to reach out to employees and managers to approve timesheets, to submit timesheets, to approve time off requests. There are triggers which all of the verbiage can immediately be set up based on the client's individual needs. Employees can get time-specific data in UTM and out of core. So when you're in your core environment, you have pages that integrate directly with the time products. So everything is in one spot in one unified system. Unlike many timekeep systems that try to integrate with the core environment, where updates for new hires are often nightly, UTM and UTA are updated almost instantly so that new hires, once they are entered into the core environment, can begin punching time almost immediately. Security integrates between UltiPro and the timekeep systems. Once an employee is assigned a supervisor, that supervisor hierarchy then comes into the timekeep system, where it sets up that supervisor as the timesheet and time off request approver. You have payroll integrations, real-time PTO, and once again, the ability to edit and approve audit functions. Just like we've seen as a theme throughout our Ultimate products, both UTM and UTA also have dashboards where you can see a snapshot or summary of all the data for your employees as a manager. In one quick glance, we can see who's been late for work, who's punched in, who is sick, who has missed punches on their timesheet, and then maybe who is even out to lunch or what time clocks are offline. All of this can be seen with the dashboard. UTA's dashboard is slightly different look, but still provides the ability to quickly see data on your screen without having to run reports. Another way to empower your employees is through all of the mobile punching features available from UltiPro. Employees are able to clock in and clock out through the mobile devices. You can further your ROI by enabling them to view their PTO online from their phones and submit time off requests with the click of a button. Managers can also approve PTO and timesheets right from their mobile device. You can turn mobile functionality on for only certain employees. So maybe you have truck drivers who are on the road and are not near a clock. You can have them use the mobile device to be able to track their time and see the location of where they are punching in and out from. Another great feature within both of the timekeep systems is attendance control. Use the system to set up your point values, reason codes, exceptions, so that you can track attendance habits, whether good or bad, and determine if action is needed. Some may need a verbal or written warning. Others, you may want to reward for their good habits. This functionality works by comparing actual work time to schedules within the system, and all of this information can be tracked within the dashboards. And lastly, be in the know. Know the functionality that is available to you and determine if it's right for you or not. Ultimate Software provides you with Learning Paths, the Customer Success Portal, and the things I can do within the core system are always being updated. Make sure you're signed up for newswires and that you look at the release notes when they are sent out so that you can see if new functionality that you have been waiting for is available to you. So don't delay. The hidden gems of your HCM system are waiting to be used, and we here at Sability are here to help you. Thank you for attending, and have a great day.